Hello everybody, my name's Kanamanika and welcome back to the overview, where today we are continuing our wonderful look at the LEGO One Piece lineup with the next biggest set. Last time we looked at Windmill Village Hut, but today we are looking at the $55 Buggy the Clown's Circus tent. I like to call it Buggy's Big Top because I like the double B's in the name. Anyhow, here we are with the next One Piece set, going over the next part of the story. Yeah, I'm excited for this set. It looks like a fun play set. I like Buggy. I like this sequence in the series. I'm glad it got a LEGO set, given what we're adapting, and we're finally going to be able to look at some of the modern members of the Straw Hat crew, rather than their child selves. So that's exciting. But yeah, let's take a look at this box before we get unboxing or whatever. So, at the front, this one's probably the most different, given the bisexual lighting here, but it does still have that general background with like a somewhat painterly style as the previous one that we looked at, though it's not quite as, I guess, like Twilight Hours or whatever the term is. In the corner, we still have our map imagery, where at the top it shows the One Piece logo, and at the bottom it shows you the characters you get in the set. Monkey D. Luffy, Roronoa Zoro, Nami, and Buggy. On the side, we also get our stats for the set. It's for ages 8 up, even though this video is for fucking adults. Set number 75637, Buggy the Clown Circus Tent. You get 573 pieces. It's a building toy, and down here in this corner, you get a render of Luffy. In the center, we get a render of, well, the set, showing a bunch of the different features that come in it. Zoro's swords, Buggy's there, it's the big top, you know what you're looking at. On the top, you get a continuation of the map, as well as where the parts are made, as well as a 1-to-1 scale image of Buggy, so you can get a sense of scale. At the bottom, you get the usual stuff. There's like a QR code here for some reason. You get your barcode, you get the app, you get the One Piece. On this side, you get the really nice artwork, which we gushed about before. On this side, it just tells you about the 2 wanted posters you get, as well as more translation stuff. On the back, you get another render that shows everything in a different configuration, mostly where it's all splayed out. You get the different boxes, you get Tiny Buggy, which is a nice little addition. You get the different little gimmicky things, you get the seats, you get to see the exterior of the big top, and you get to see the way that the different functions work. You can spring out the water tank, and you can spin the knife-throwing target. Plus, this is a push tab, so keep that in mind when you're opening this set. But it's about time we open this set, because I'm really excited to build it, so I'll see you all in a second. And we are back with more One Piece. We are back with the finished build. It was a fun build. I felt a little bit less engaged by it, I think, than Windmill Village, in part because I think it's very much a play-focused set, which I do like. I like the play features, which we'll get to. But in part because it uses a lot more small pieces. The last one felt a little bit more substantial, I guess, for its price. Like, this one is bigger and uses more pieces, but in a way it just feels a little bit less substantial for what you're paying for, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I do think this is a good set in general. Like, I'll probably just end up being my least favorite like I was thinking originally, but we'll see how things go with Arlong Park and with the other sets. But I'm really excited to get into it. But first off, we should get into the minifigures, because this is our first time looking at adult Straw Hats. So I guess we'll start with the man of the hour, and technically an exclusive minifigure, but also kind of the most common one, depending on how you consider exclusive minifigures. It's Luffy. You all know Luffy. He's the captain of the Straw Hats. You know him. You love him. And this is basically how he's going to appear for the rest of the sets. Technically, again, this is exclusive mainly because it's a exclusive combination of parts. None of the parts in this are exclusive. It's just an exclusive, like, combo. Like, this face also appears in, trying to come up with the words, in the Going Merry. This face print that he has appears in the Going Merry, which I do generally like. I think the black on it might be a little thick, mainly, and like the smile might be a little high, but it's fine. And on the alternate face, sorry for doing that, he has a really happy expression. Again, this is the version of the face that comes with the Merry, and then this torso and legs comes in the Merry, all the other One Piece sets outside of Windmill Village. What am I thinking? And really the only difference is that he doesn't have the hat-hair combo with this face. That's really the only difference with this minifigure, because he does come with the straw hat, but it doesn't have the hair, which means it doesn't cover up the back, and it looks a little bit awkward, but it's neat enough, I guess. It's a little big, but it's mainly meant to go on the back of his body, attached with this nice brown bracket to replicate the string. We've gone over the straw hat piece in the Windmill Village Hut, so I'll mostly focus on the rest of the body. Again, the hair, we saw that in Windmill Village Hut. He'll have this hair again, but it is a very nice sculpt. It feels a little thick to me, but it's fine overall. It does a good job of portraying Iñaki Godoy's Luffy. The torso print and leg print are perfect. I love how it's able to achieve the sort of vest look with the gold buttons and the whatever, and it's got a little bit of nice scrunching detail, but not too much to feel overly detailed. Same goes with the pants, though. The legs especially are nice because they're nice and dual molded with the navy and the sort of nougat, I think the color is termed in Lego words. And he has his sandals printed, which is nice, and he's got the little bit of tattering where the jeans get cut off printed, and he has his yellow sash, which is great. And overall production on this minifigure is really, really strong, and it's printed well, and it looks nice, and everything just feels right. And it's a very good minifigure of Luffy. It's not the best Luffy we'll be getting in this series. I think that's going to be the one in the Merry and the Baratier, but we'll get there. Next up, in terms of straw hats, we'll go to the one that I think most people are most disappointed by out of the 5, at least from what I've seen from early internet reactions. It's Nami. This is Nami in her basic look. Also, to be noted for accuracy, the Luffy is in the wrong costume for this scene technically. He's supposed to be wearing like a t-shirt, essentially. But that's his basic Luffy look, and I think that works fine. This is the basic Nami look, but also is the look that she wears in this scene, which works fine. The shirt is perfect. It has the nice blue lines, and then some nice dual molding in the arms to give that short-sleeved appearance, which is great to see. The face, I'm pretty sure, is unique and does look a good bit like Emily Rudd's Nami, and she has an alternate face on the back, which is a lot more angry, which is also nice. It does look good. I do feel like it has enough of Emily Rudd's Nami in there for me to be like, yeah, that's Nami. When a lot of minifigures are generally pretty generic, and especially the girl minifigures can feel generic. The most annoying part, I guess, is the legs. It is printed nicely, I'll say that much. I do kind of wish there was a little bit of side printing, especially for this. This feels like it should go on the side rather than the front, but it works fine. And I like how her skirt is printed. I've seen people suggest that she should also have dual molded legs. I'm not entirely sure. It works for Luffy because Luffy wears sandals. Nami wears full-on shoes, so just having her be mostly barefoot except for the front doesn't really work as well as it works for Luffy since he wears sandals. So I think they made the right choice personally, though I do wish they had side leg printing to help fully convey that. But yeah, she comes with, accessory-wise, her staff, as well as the map to the Grand Line, which is just this sort of Monkey King staff topper, which is nicely done. It could have been in a nicer chrome, but it works fine. But now onto the more premium minifigures to me. First off is Roronoa Zoro. I think mine might have a little bit of a misprint, but this is the more common version, so that's fine. As you can see, he's wearing this blue tunic, which again isn't accurate to the scene, unfortunately, but Given the darker lighting of the scene, the green shirt he's wearing looks almost a dark blue, so it works fine, oddly enough. They made a really smart decision in doing that, I think, in terms of saving money or whatever. But yeah, it's blue shirt, red sash, very simple print, but it works well in getting the look across, and he also has nice dual molded arms, which are nice and premium. He has black legs. They don't have any printing, but I don't think they needed to because Zoro just kind of wears pants and then plain boots, so it works. And also, I don't know if this face is exclusive. I think it is. I don't know that. What's interesting is if we turn it around, he has a teeth graded face, which can work for just standard combat or anger or whatever, but it's specifically for a final combination where we get in Zoro's extra accessories. Obviously, he has his 2 normal katanas, but you can take off his green hair, which I believe was originally the, what's his name? What's the Superman actor's name who's not David Cornsweat? I forget his name. Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill Superman hair from, like, Justice League era and, like, Batman v Superman, I think. It's in green, and it's a nice green that looks great on Zoro. You can switch it for this brand new head sash mold that they made for some reason. It looks great, it looks perfect, it looks perfectly like Zoro. A little thick maybe, but that's the general trend for these. And you can take this. This is the Waroichi Monji, and it may look a bit weird at first. It does have that nice round hilt, which is appreciated, and it generally otherwise does fit in with the katanas from Lego. But given its shape, you can just... Yep, there goes the rag, sorry. And we're back, sorry about that. There we go. He has the bandana on, and he has the katana in his mouth. This is a very elegant solution, if I'm being honest here. It fits it into his mouth, and it makes it look good while also being easily playable for kids who are going to be playing with this. The biggest problem is that it makes the Watto look not really be usable in his hand, unfortunately, though hopefully they are able to either make a full Watto sculpt without the clip in the future, or they just give us a white katana somewhere. But yeah, it's a great sculpted piece, and it makes Zoro one of the best general minifigures in the line, because every version of Zoro you get, whether it be this version or the more generic version that comes in the Mary, has all of his accessories. It has the green hair, it has the bandana, it has all 3 swords. It's great. Finally, though, we have the truly exclusive minifigure to this set. And of course, it has to be Buggy, who is one of the best minifigures in the line from what I've seen. He's got his full jacket. Obviously, it's in tan. It could have been in orange, but tan works. He has an oddly metallic, like, sort of like necktie or whatever, but it works. He's covered in detailed printing, which again doesn't look too much, but it looks just right, honestly. He's got his pants, he has his jacket going all the way down, and it looks great. And then you have his face, which is that's Buggy. That's just Buggy. It has the 2 expressions you'd want on a Buggy: a smiling, overconfident kind of performative face, and then a "oh shit" face, where he's going, which is perfect for Buggy. But in doing so, we took off this. Which is this nice dual molded hat-hair combo piece where the hair is a little bit rubbery so that it doesn't break, probably because it would be really thin here, but it just looks so good. It is this is a perfect minifigure to me. It's a wonderful Buggy figure, and I love how it looks. But that requires me now to get to the rest of the set, which is this nice diorama display. Again, it's a little small, and though there is room for expansion. On the sides, we have an axle port there and an axle there. So if you get a bunch of these sets, you can have a massive big top. I think you need 5 in total looking at the angle, because I don't think it's quite a 45 degree angle. I'm pretty sure you need 5 to get the full thing. Also, the angling, especially on the outside, I'm going to turn to the outside, we'll start there. Absolutely wonderful. This is probably the set's best angle, oddly enough. It looks great from this side. It just looks like a nice big top, and it makes it feel big, which is nice. On the front here, we also get our 2 wanted posters. I personally got Dong Krieg and Arlong, which means so far we're 3 for 3. That's not gonna last because there's only 8 total posters that you can get, and by buying all the sets, you get 15. So there's gonna be duplicates no matter what. But I also really like the sticker here for the Buggy Pirates. You also get his Jolly Roger up there, where the flag is. It looks great. Overall, I really like how the outside looks. And there's also a way to step in so that you can get to the interior. So the interior is the main archway area, We'll get to you in a second. Yeah, the main archway area, which has these nice kind of lights here. I could see people using those, like, stud lights that people have been buying online or making online custom to really make this place pop. We have the two show lights, which are in the pink and the blue. Once again, the bisexual lighting is very funny. And we have the Buggy head, which looks great. It's like a minifigure sort of head, but Buggy. It has this big nose. These are all stickers which were a little annoying to put on, especially since they have you put them on right at the end, which is a little weird, but I think I lined them up okay. Not amazingly, but okay. And then right here in the center, from his introduction in episode 1, we have his seat where he's sort of like lounging away and like he has the wanted poster come in front of his face, and then it's like, I'm Buggy the Clown, motherfuckers. And on either side, we get a set of seats. The seats can be rearranged depending on how you want this to be arranged. In a lot of the promotional art, it was arranged sort of like this, where it's going off more like that, but the set instructions have you do it like this to make it look a bit more evenly spread. And I do like that we get just a bunch of chairs. This is a good parts pack for chairs, and this is probably a decent parts pack overall. Some of the parts are a bit small, but it works fine. But we have our 3 traps as well, which are the main play features. So the most simple one is Nami has the bird cage of sorts. It probably looks the least like it should. You can just put a minifigure in there, though they have to be sitting. There's not enough room for someone to be standing, but Nami is sitting in the scene, so it works out fine. You can just kind of put it there, but there's a stud for them to attach to, and it just kind of sits like that. It works fine, not super exciting, and it just kind of swings here, which is kind of nice to play around with, and it can be swung around like that. Very fun. Oh, there goes Nami. Then for Zoro, again, these are all from the show, and they recreated them pretty well. For Zoro, I'll leave him with the swords for now, just for the sake of simplicity. He has this. This is the sort of throwing darts game, or throwing knives sort of thing, so he doesn't, like, die or whatever. It spins. In its loosest state, it likes to default to have him upside down, but if you want for display purposes, you can just tighten the Technic a little bit, and it'll hold him up while still allowing you to spin it, though if you loosen it, it's gonna spin a lot more freely. So just keep that in mind for your own personal whatevers. It's nicely built. I like how it looks. And then finally, there is the water tank, which is full of seawater, which is gonna drown Luffy because he can't get out of it because it's seawater and Devil Fruit users are weak to seawater. But yeah, it's nice. This is a sticker. I kind of wish this was a print because right now it doesn't look the greatest, but it is water. So it works out okay. And it is, again, simple but nice build, and you can just quickly hit that, and it very satisfyingly pops out so that Luffy can get out and beat Buggy. And in the process of beating Buggy, the final thing we kind of need to get to is something I kind of screwed up a little bit on, is in the back. These are a little bit loose, though I do really like the tiling techniques. Those look nice. These are a little bit loose, but you get these 4 crates, and inside the crates, you get the parts. So you get the sort of big doll hands from the like Lego Wednesday and Wicked sets inside of the smaller crates, the black and the brown small crates. And the bigger crates, if you open these up, the one with the pair, come on, you get that, which I screwed the sticker up on, but I'll live. Who knows, maybe I'll be getting more of this set because I might want to expand it. And on this one, you get that. So, through the process, you can make something I don't think they had to include, but they were just like, hey, we're having fun here, we're building a toy. We're building toy, and Buggy's powers are perfect for this process. You get who I like to call Cover Story Buggy, because this is the Buggy from Buggy's cover story. It's very fun, it's very cute. Again, I misaligned the sticker, but that's fine. It's great that they included this. They really didn't need to, but they were like, fuck it, we're gonna include something from the show, and just to make it look real nice, like, I'm really happy that this is here, because it really helps you to play with your minifigure and show off his Chop Chop Fruit powers. You could probably store the body parts in the extra crates, but it's just one of those extra little details that's like, yeah, the designers are really going hard on these sets. But yeah, very fun set. If you're a Buggy fan, definitely pick it up. I know a lot of us are Buggy fans, so a lot of us are going to be picking this up, but it's very much a fun, play-focused set. I'm sure kids who are into One Piece will get a blast out of it. So, yeah, I do recommend it generally. Obviously, make whatever purchases decisions in mind. Now, of course, I haven't gone through all the sets yet, so I'll probably rank them at some point. But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you all later with the next one. Bye-bye!